youngest of 5 children. And I have 5 kids. My oldest is 20, going on 25, and then 22 and 21. And I have a 10 and 9-year-old. And that is very challenging at times. I think I'm too old. Sometimes I say I'm too old for this, but my body doesn't say the same. So here I am. With that, today we're doing our social media training, as well as we have a few people that haven't seen the demo, so we want you to see how this amazing company and how awesome this water is, okay? So we are asking a couple people said, what is enagic and what is Kangen? We're going to talk about that, but quickly I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I'll do it 1 minute, so I'll keep it quick. I was born into Gene and John Tarver. My dad was in the NFL when I was born. I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl, and everyone was a professional athlete. So I ran track after having 3 children to a D1 school, and then I went on to do pharmaceutical and different things. It was kind of interesting because they started us in sports really young. So Nike picked me up at 7 years old, and I started modeling at 7 for Nike. I did my first 2 catalogs. And then I got to be Miss Oregon and do a bunch of things and help a bunch of people. But overall, through all the things, I decided I wanted to keep people off medications because I became a pharmaceutical rep. So in that, though, I learned about disease and sickness and illness and the importance of water and air quality in the foods. And so I now have a health and wellness company where I help people lose 1 pound per day. And they also get rid of a lot of health issues. And it's really through food and water. And so it goes right along with what I'm doing here in Enagic. The greatest thing about the fact that this company, I purchased my system because my family needed it. I wanted my family to have the water. I believed in the water. When I saw what you guys can see here, what it does with oils and how it breaks down the pesticides, insecticides, and hormones and those things, I really knew I had to have this system. So I purchased the system, and then my neighbor decided he wanted one, then his sister wanted one, so I kept referring it back to the guy that referred me. That guy literally had so much integrity to where he put everyone underneath me I referred, so the company kept sending me these thank you checks. So I was like, wow, like, this is great, what is this? And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger because they got a plumber in there, and the plumber decided he wanted to help 100 families, so I got 100 checks. So it helped my family. So I went through a really rigorous divorce where I ended up owing $10,000 a month on bills. And he just sent a text message, said he didn't want to be a husband or father anymore, and that was it. And so I then had no job, and this company now went from being something that helped me as far as my health. Now I needed it for my wealth. And I was praying, asking God, what do I do? Do I move to Oregon? Do I move to Vegas? I was trying to figure out, I'm trying to go back into pharmaceutical, but that was not the plan God had for me. I got home and there were 5 Enagic checks in my mailbox, and immediately the buzzer went off, and that's when my health and wellness company started. That has been now 9 years. And I've been able to put my kids through college, I've been able to buy them cars, I've been able to take care of myself, I've been able to sustain a business, I've been able to travel, I've been able to do everything I've needed to do because this company awards that type of time freedom, but they're also so great at the provisions that they give us as far as thank you for referring them and helping people to stay healthy and also financially help your family. So that's my story. Kangen is a wonderful, Enagic is a wonderful company. I'm just gonna go down. I might need to click her down so somebody can help me. So there are 4 water halls around the world. And they say, people say, oh, it's holy water, it's the fountain of youth. If you Google it, under miracle water, you're gonna see Enagic. And Enagic comes up. Why? And you see all these people waiting to get the water. They tested the elements and found out that the water was highly alkalized. And so those elements where there were high voltages of lightning hitting the water, it had antioxidants, it had tiny water, so it was able to fit inside your cells, and it had this alkaline. And I'm going to explain to you what those 3 things are, which make up Kangen water. So those 4 water holes around the world, in Tecate, Mexico, Lourdes, France, and Zamzam, and then also in Germany, those were the places where people were not dying of lots of illnesses, and they looked really young and vibrant. So they were trying to figure out what is going on, and they found out that they had these properties. Thank you. Oh yes, if you would like to. She's like, Crossover.
Oh, you're going to.
Okay, so this company is well over 40 years in the United States, but it's been going on for a long time. Debt-free company. The founder, Mr. Oshiro, still lives in his same home in Osaka, Japan. Being able to have made well over $1 billion for someone to still live in their same home, that's a lot of humility. They are not about anything but helping others in their financial health and their financial wealth. And so we are an OEM, an original equipment manufacturing company. So what does that mean? That means that we produce everything that you see. So nothing is outsourced. Everything is put together by one person. They're quality tested. They're built to last. They have warranties, and they're not going to break on you. There's no moving parts. They're a top industry leader in ionizer. There's no other but Enagic. In Japan, one out of 3 has them in their homes. Every hospital has them. We are number 58 as far as life expectancy in the world, the United States. They are number 1 as far as life expectancy. So they know something about technology and about health. And that's where we're trying to catch up, where we have that type of health here. We're an A-rated member at the Better Business Bureau. We are also covenant members with the DSA, the Direct Selling Association. What does that mean? That means that we can now put it in hospitals, hotels, they're getting them, school districts are getting them, and they're in your home. It's very, very lucrative. So this company has everything that you need. When we say we are also WQA, we can go down. Next, that's good. WQA certified, Water Quality Association, very important. Why is Water Quality Association important? Because this is, no other ionizer company out there has it. I don't care if they say Starbucks alkaline, I don't care what they say, Costco alkaline, it's not true alkalizing abilities, and it doesn't have those 72 hours of live antioxidants. It doesn't have the microclustering, the tiny clusters, not what you're going to get here with WQA certified. So this also is medical grade water, so you're able to take it through the airports, which is great. If you have your little Enagic thing, it's medical grade water. It's helping to improve your health, okay? You can also write off your taxes. There's a few other things I'll tell you about, so it's great. Thank you. We do the UConn, which is like, oh my goodness, natural anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, antiseptic. It speeds up your amount of time for healing. It improves your digestive system. It's also a blood purifier. It helps with your cough, improves asthma. It lowers cholesterol, helps prevent cancer, and it fights against strengthening your ligaments as well, and it aids in your weight management, which is really great. So the UConn is also something. Usually we have the UConn tea, which I'm probably going to ask one of my guys that are already distributors to grab the tea so you guys can try the tea too. So the tea is amazing. So the UConn tea, and we also have the capsules. So I've seen people that have had no help. The doctor said there's nothing else we can do. They start drinking water, they start doing this, and they say, hey, I'm feeling better. So you just give the body what it needs, it begins to heal itself. Next slide. This is our K8, this is our leading system. I didn't think it could get any better than the SD501, but it is better. Why? This has K standing for Kangen, which we know Kangen now means return to origin. So return to origin. What's your origin? Well, when you're born alkaline. When the baby's born, they heal very fast. Children heal fast. And why is that? Because they're totally alkaline. Now, the more we start adding all of these guys and all of our foods, our diets and different things, and if you smoke or you've done any type of hardcore chemicals and different things, air pollution, you add all that, and now you've got free radical damage, which creates, what's the word I'm looking for? Not inflammation. Acid in the body. So an older person, if they fall or if they get a hip, they fall, they break their hip, a lot of times they don't recover. Why do they not recover? They don't recover because the acid in the body slows down the process for the body to rejuvenate itself and heal itself. So what I love about the fact is that Kangen allows you to return to origin. If we're 75% water, your body is submerged in all of this stuff that allows the body to get what it needs, so now it can begin to heal itself, okay? So very important. When somebody is, I've seen people who the doctors have left and just said, hey, there's nothing else we can do. And you know what? God said they're gonna live and they're not gonna die. And it's pretty awesome because people start drinking water, they start doing supplements, they start eating right foods, and the body heals itself. Now, you may know or may not know this, but the body rejuvenates itself very quickly. Everything from your hair, your skin, your nails, your liver, your skeleton system, your lungs, everything rejuvenates itself in a certain amount of time. And I have a slide, and later on I'll show you about that. Well, your white blood cells rejuvenate themselves in 50 days. Your red blood cells rejuvenate themselves in 90 days. So what does that tell you? Even if you have some diagnosis of something, when you go to sleep, your body begins to rebuild itself with whatever you ate. So if you're eating proper foods and drinking proper water, it has no other option but then to flush the toxins out of your cell through your urine and leave you with a healthy night. Now that, night after night after night, your white blood cells are rejuvenated. Now the red blood cells are rejuvenating. And now what happens is you get a new you. So you're transforming and changing. But if you're eating the same, you're doing the sugars, you're doing the sodas, you're doing all these foods that aren't good, you're eating out fast food, and now your body doesn't get to rejuvenate itself with something that can cause it to heal itself. You just got to give the body what it needs, okay? Now, if you add insecticides, pesticides, hormones to that, now we've got more toxic chemicals that are in our body. So our body is like having all these other problems because of the elements and what's going on in our foods, right? So, Kangen, K stands for Kangen, there's 8 titanium and platinum dip plates in here. What's so great about this system is that as the water passes through the titanium and platinum dip plates, it produces something called pH, potential hydrogen. The pH is so important because, if how many of you guys went to the doctor and they told you to urinate in the cup? Come on, let's see. You go to the doctor, they tell you to urinate in the cup, right? What are they looking for? They're looking to see what your pH levels are, which we can't, usually there's a strip here. Your pH levels, high pH, optimal health, low pH, you're gonna need some help. Antibiotics or something, no. So everyone has cancer cells in their body, everybody does. When your body hits a 6.0, it starts producing tumors. So 6.0 is that dark orange color you'll see on the chart. I'll show you in a little bit. So really important to know just those few things. So this device, actually the pH, when you see the little white bubbles, right when it comes out the faucet, that's why you want a system in your home, because you want to drink, when we say drink the cloud, you'll see the little cloudy mist. That's the important stuff. That's the stuff that's going to help the body to repair itself faster. That's the stuff that's going to help to your digestive system and then help you sleep better and all that good stuff, all the testimonies that we hear. You want to drink the cloud. You want it to be fresh, because as soon as you left it in your bottles and it's been out for a day or so, it's losing its property. Even with all as powerful it is, this system is, 72 hours of those live antioxidants, your body might need that. So that's why we encourage people, get the system. That's why they've made it so affordable. That's why they've made it where anybody and everybody can get this system. Wow, this system is so great because, my goodness, if I tell you, I have had waitresses get this system. Now, they saw the importance. I just had a cousin who I showed this demo to at a Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna show, you can hand me that other phone quick right there. Really, really seriously, I showed them the demo and they were, oh, we're gonna come. Well, he's only 30 years old and he went to the doctor because his father was diagnosed at 40 with colon cancer. He went and he already had it and it was in stage 3 and he had no physical symptoms at all. And they had rushed him into surgery within the next few days. And then they were like, wait, what about the water? You know? And so these are the things I like, you have to listen. People were, God's bringing us the answer. You're saying, hey, I want to live healthy and I want to have these things, but then we say, oh, I can't afford it. But then, hey, I'm going to tell you, medication is very expensive. I was a pharmaceutical rep. They say anybody between the age of 55 and 75 are going to have to be on anywhere between 12 and 24 medications until they die. So you're going to be doing it one way, pay now, pay later, but the best thing about this is the company allows us to have something so great. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Pull this out. I hand this to one of my, I hand it to Augustine. Alrighty. Awesome. So you guys learning some cool stuff? Yep. Here, Augustine. Can you go on and off if you like to. Okay, so it's already going. All right, so the best thing about this with the K8 system is that it makes 7 different types of water. And a lot of people say all that in one machine? Absolutely. 7 different types of water. It's LED, it lights up, it talks to you. You can use it anywhere in the world. It's a universal transformer. So I can take this to Asia, to Dubai, what have you. If it fits in your backpack, I can carry it right through through the airport if I wanted to. If I go anywhere, it's very easy. I can unscrew it and I can screw it to a faucet in a hotel room. It doesn't matter. It's going to plug in anywhere in the world and it's going to be able to work. This speaks 8 different languages and it also makes those 7 different types of water. Okay, so number 1 we have the drinking water, which is 8.5, 9.5, and 9.0. I say start low first week, next week go to medium, the 3rd week go to high. So low, medium, high water. Then we have the clean water. That's for your baby formula and for your medications, because the other is going to be too strong, so for 20 minutes before and 20 minutes after. Then we have the beauty spray. You just spray it on your skin. It's a natural Botox, so your skin tightens and you look really good. If you see my before and after pictures when I was like over 200 pounds before, I probably looked like I've taken 15 years off my life. And so between the water and spraying it on your skin, it allows the elasticity. So I have a weight loss clinic. I've helped people lose 100 pounds in 4 months, right? With no exercise. You would think that their skin would be hanging, saggy, but they're drinking the Kangen water. So the skin is actually, elasticity in the skin is tightening because this is your largest organ. So if you have 75% water, it's going to affect your skin too from sagging, so it's really great. Love it. So now we have the 11.5. Let me show you, oh, this is my favorite. 11.5, I'll probably start when I do the demo with showing you guys just how powerful 11.5 is. It breaks down oils and grease. So usually if you have, and I'll just show it to you guys now. If you guys have oil and water, what usually happens when we mix them?
One will float on top of the other.
Okay, right, scientifically we understand that, right? So I'll just do this and I'll show you. This is the power of 11.5, okay? Okay. So, what's on our fruits and vegetables? Insecticides, pesticides, hormones, all that stuff, right? So while we're doing that, I'm going to pour a little bit on these fruits because you got to see the power of 11.5. This one made it where I had to get the system. This changed my life because my family matters to me just like your family matters to you, and I didn't want these type of things on my fruits and vegetables and my food, okay? So watch this. 11.5. What just happened?
It turned it into milk.
Well, let me break this down to you a little bit more. Pretty amazing, right? Look at that. Look at this. This is oil and water, but when you do it by Kangen water, it is now emulsified. Yeah, take a look, seriously. You guys watch me do it. There was no trick, no science, no type of trick here. This is what happened. So now imagine, this is oil. This isn't just regular oil. This is sesame oil. It is really, you get that on your clothes, it's a wrap. Your clothes are gone. But if I take this water and I wash my clothes with it, it pulls up the scum on my clothes. Now I use it in my laundry. My daughter knew that and she brought me her volleyball pads that she'd been sliding around. They were black. And I was like, oh, I soaked it in it. They came out crystal clean white. She was like, do my backpack. And then she brought me all these ones from her team. I was like, wait, no, I'm not doing the whole team's laundry. So what's really great, because you can use it in your laundry, you can also use 11.5 to do cleaning. It pulls up scum, dirt, so you get to use 11.5 for other things besides that. I like that a lot of dermatologists are using it to wash the face and to break down oils and any of those things too. So the 11.5 is absolutely phenomenal for breaking down oils and dirts and those different things. It is also used in a cleaning form. Now let me tell you something else great. Now we have the 2.5. 2.5 we call strong acid water. It smells kind of bleachy, but it stops bleeding. It's pretty amazing how dentists use it in the mouth to stop bleeding. You also have people who have sprayed it on open sores or bed sores, and it allows the skin to heal pretty fast. And so it's so awesome because it kills 99.9% of germs. 2.5 is better than any Lysol, any bleach, anything you can use, Fabuloso, whatever they want to call it. The 2.5 under a microscope kills more germs than you can imagine. So it also works, so some people also use it to spray on their skin where they've had some other issues and they've seen some great things. It just improves your health, and that's what we're all about, improving your health. And you find that with the 2.5 where it's incredible. Now, they use this in Japan in the surgical wards to clean all of their utensils and to clean all of their little, their hands and washing. It is so phenomenal. That people use this even in their gardening, when you're gardening, to kill anything that might be on the foods. E. coli, MRSA, HIV, you name it, this thing can kill it, the 2.5. So you want to use that as you replace your household items as a green product, which is really great. So that's all in one system, which is absolutely phenomenal. This is approved once again by the WQA, Water Quality Association. It is a medical device by Japanese Ministry of Welfare and Health. That's their FDA, all right? So it has 8 titanium and platinum plates. It has a universal transformer, I said. It speaks 8 different languages. It also is self-cleaning. And people say, well, how often do I have to change a filter? Well, maybe once a year. I mean, I have a water store, so I'm doing it more than most people are doing it. But that depends on how much water you're sharing, because when your friends and family find out you have the system, they're going to flock to you. They're looking for Kangen system. I have people in Oregon. I have people in New York. I have people in Pennsylvania who bought from me. I have people in Florida, Arizona, Texas. I send people to people all the time who have the system because they want to know, where can I get Kangen alkaline water? Not alkaline water, okay? Because they will need their body alkalized. This is probably going to last you about 25 to 40 years. We have somebody that came in with one and it was like 35 years old, still working. That's great quality. And not to mention, you can write it off on your taxes. Next slide, please. Oh, let me show you guys something real quickly too. So remember we looked at this, all right? So it emulsified. Let me tell you something from like a health perspective. So if you're drinking the Kangen water every day, what is on your lungs? I mean, what is in your body on your arteries? They usually get hard for a lot of people, and the blood can't flow, and the blood can't flow and circulate through your body because your arteries get hard. Why do your arteries get hard? Because, first of all, anybody ever made some food and then you went away and you came back and the pan had your hamburger or something, it was real hard and waxy and all that stuff? Or if you have a drain at home, your drain, you poured so many things down there, it got stuffed up and they have to get some stuff and clean it out. Same thing in your system. Your body needs blood to flow, but your arteries are hard. Anybody ever heard of bypass surgery? You ever seen what they pull up out of there? Those hard chunks? That's years of calcified food and different things. And then not to mention, in this country, we don't drink hot drinks after we're done. We drink cold, so it freezes to your arteries. You know, so your arteries, and if your blood can't flow, you have an aneurysm. People have aneurysms. They have a stroke. They have a heart attack. Okay? So the blood has to be able to circulate and flow. But if you're drinking water, and it's flushing your colon, and it's flushing your digestive system, and it's breaking down those oils and those dirts and things, now your blood is circulating better. Lazarus. He's all in those headphones. So, he's so funny. So yeah, so one of the great reasons why you really, really, really want to drink the water on a consistent basis. And people always say, well, how much should I drink? Well, I like to tell people, if you can get a gallon down, that's great. But realistically, if you can at least get 64 ounces down, you're doing something. This is half a gallon. 64 ounces of water will change your life. The slogan of this company is, change your water, change your life. And that's why I have people all over the United States that contact me about this water. Are you still doing the water? Can I get a system? I need this system, whether they're ill or if they're not. Preventative for their family, their children, their grandmother, they want it. I had a 90-year-old lady contact me the other day. She wanted to stay moving. She was walking. She's vibrant, and she wants it. My grandmother's 87. She's still driving. She's going to Tai Chi. She's going swimming. She's meeting with her friends, and all of her friends know about this water, and they all want it. So she notices that she feels better and her joints feel better when she drinks the water, all right? She also lost 30 pounds in 30 days on my plan, and then she came off of 8 medications, and I had her drinking the water during that time. And so for me, that gives me more years with my grandmother. That means I get to see her, and then when it comes to your family members, it changes your life.
How long you drink my drink this water? How long?
During that time, she didn't have her system then. I gave her one of mine. I gave her my son. So that was 30 days. And in 30 days, she came off of 8 medications. And she was a nutritionist at the VA hospital for 35 years. So she knows how to, if anybody knows how to eat, it should be her. But they had her on 8 medications. She did 30 days during that time. She loves the water. She's a firm believer of the water because it works for her. So it's great. So I love it. And for myself, you know, I just had her eating right, and she had me do meal prep for her and all that good stuff. All right, so these are the 3 properties that make this water completely different than any other water out there. You can't just say alkaline. Oh, I'm drinking alkaline water. I had someone tell me the other day, oh, the one I get at the store. And I'm like, that's not real alkaline water. Oh yeah, it makes me feel better. I was like, look, let me tell you. You have to have those 72 hours of light antioxidants. Antioxidants represent anti-aging. So I love it when people are like, wait a minute, you're over 40? I'm like, yeah, I'm 43. My flexibility is off the chart. It wasn't always like this, you know? I love that I look 15 years younger than what I looked before. I like it when I'm out with my 22 and 24-year-old daughter, and they say, Mom, and people are like, are you kidding me? Because the anti-aging helps me so I can still have my quality of life. You know, I saw this one picture of an 80-year-old lady, which I'll show you later on, and one of them's got the balls and she's got the little thing, and the other one is like got muscles and she's drinking her water and she's got her food. And I was like, I'm gonna be like that at 85, you know? You can use it or lose it. You don't have to allow things to happen. When you begin to make changes like this and you understand why we drink this water and why we eat the way we eat, and you want to see, so I went to my class reunion. Anybody else go to their class reunion? Wow. So when I went to my class reunion, like one of the people, everybody was like, what happened to you? Like, what are you on? What are you doing? And it was so funny because my friend was like, you have this weird fountain of youth that's going on. And I was like, wow, you know, it's pretty amazing, but you can see the difference. And I see how unhealthy people can become in 20 years' time. Lots of things can happen, okay? So antioxidants, anti-aging, you cut an apple in half, it turns brown. You can hit the next slide. And when it turns brown, that's the resting part. When you begin to breathe right now, if you took a deep breath, you just aged yourself. We can't help it. Like you start aging yourself from those little things. So, okay, so that apple and the avocados, when you spray the water with them, they don't turn brown. Like I do meal prep every week, like because Mondays I do meal prep for my clients, and everybody kept saying, why are my apples not turning brown? Aha, thank you, because they've been alkalized. And so if you want to radically slow down that aging process, drink the water. So that's what you want. So it's oxidation plus living tissue equals sickness and aging. So no, you can't get around it, but you can slow it down. Okay, next slide.
You spray them with what percentage?
Just the 9.5 will work.
9.5.
It works great. So I love it. If I'm just cleaning them too, it's just great. So this is an ORP, which usually I have my ORP meter, but somebody decided to stick it in some food and break it. So we don't know. Does not me live in everybody else's house if you have children? Anybody else got children and not me was at your house? Like, you only have one too, so you knew it was her. But we have multiple kids, not me lives in your house, okay? So here's the ORP, oxygen reduction potential. This is very important information. It's the potential to reduce oxidation in your body. If you can reduce the oxidation, you're going to stay healthier. You're going to be able to you can reverse some things that are going on in your body, okay? So when you were younger, and your grandmother said, oh, you're not feeling good? We need to give you some vitamin C. Anybody in here? Vitamin C. All right, yeah, thank you. Cod liver oil, anybody, is that aging? But cod liver oil is a negative 200. Negative is good. Cod liver, green tea, they said it has 100 healing properties in green tea. That green tea can change your life if you're not feeling good. You know, anybody had a cold, you're like, start fighting some stuff with it and it went away in the morning, like the emergencies and stuff? Yeah, but that's only gonna be a negative 100. If my water, if I stick my ORP meter in it, right, that's right. Woo! Exactly, thank you, right on cue. I have over 400 or negative 400. Negative is good. I've seen it read up to negative 700. That's healing properties in the body. So I want to drink the water right from my system as soon as possible, get it in my body so my body can begin to heal itself. And so if you look at these guys, now I'm going to show you. we're going to switch this real quick. I want to show you what, let's see, go to the next slide real quick. I'm going to show you the effects of these waters. Now, microclustering real quick first. This water is tiny. People say, well, what's tiny water? Well, if I'm going to make tea, what do I have to do usually? Heat up the water. Water changes its elements, we know. Has anybody ever put water in a pan and all of a sudden the water evaporated and disappeared? It got tinier and tinier and tinier. When it gets tinier, it can pull the tea out of the tea bag. With my water, while it's cold, I can make tea because it's tiny. Which means, what does that mean to me, Taryn? I'm a pharmaceutical rep. I gotta make it mean something to you, right? Like, what does that mean to us? Anybody wondering that? Like, thanks for telling me I got tiny water. What does that do for me? Anybody else want to know what it does for you? Let me tell you what it does for you. If you're taking a vitamin, it gets it into your cells. If you're taking potassium, it fits into the cells. And it allows it to circulate through your body. If you're taking medication, a lot of you aren't even getting it into your cells. It's actually urinating right out to your body. How many people have drank some water and you felt it swooshing around in your stomach? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Well, this water, I can drink a full gallon of alkaline water from Kangen and I don't feel anything. Where did it go? It absorbed to my brains. It absorbed into my lungs. It absorbed into my body. It went where it's supposed to go and it gets all the proper vitamins and nutrients to circulate in my body and it goes where it's supposed to go. How amazing is that? Now it's working effectively. So your body, a lot of times you're drinking water, but you're still not hydrated. You're still thirsty. And when your body's thirsty, do you know most illnesses is coming from a body that's dehydrated? I get people say, but I'm drinking water, but you're not able to fit it inside your cells because it's too big. So this water is tiny water. It's called micro-clustering, okay? So that is what we love about this water. That makes more sense to you. I had one guy who had a liver transplant and he could not get potassium into his body. So they had him taking 12 horse pills. He went and showed me. And when he whipped out and he told me his story, I was just sitting there listening. I was in Oregon trying to do a demo for somebody else real quick. I put my whole demo down because you care about the people. So I didn't want to talk about pushing a system unless somebody needs something. I hear a need. I'm listening for his need. Well, guess what happened? When he went to those 12, after he went to 75 or 50 to 75 pills he showed me he has to take every day, I couldn't believe it. Here's this big horse pill, 12 of them. And he said, no matter what we do, my body's not absorbing it. I said, what'd you say? Absorption? Aha! Let me show you something. And I did the tea bag test. And I'll show you right now. Since I was going to get there, let's do the tea test. Perfect. Now, when I make my water, everybody, we just came to the conclusion when we do tea, we do what? We boil hot water, right? Absorption.
Is it tap water?
I'm just going to put some tap water in there. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to go get my water. Let's see what my water does. You guys are watching. I can't fake this. What's happening? What's happening?
Tea.
Tea. Mine made tea. Oh, look, this one's still sitting here. Nada. If I even do like this just a little bit, look what happened. Do you see that? I poured regular water and mine changed because absorption. It fit. It's so small. It pulled it out. This is what you want for your body to give us proper vitamins and nutrients, trace minerals, everything you need so it can heal itself. This is what you want. So now watch this. How crazy is this? I can still take that. Watch this. You're saying, well, Taryn, maybe there was something going on with that tea bag. No, not necessarily. All I need to do is give it some Kangen water. Check that out. Ha! It made tea immediately. You see that?
Nice.
Is that awesome or what? It was already there. So you guys have what you need. Maybe for the healing that your body needs, it's already inside of you. But maybe you need something to help bring it out. But it can't fit inside your cells. So it's not getting to where it's supposed to get. So I love when they say, oh, it's going to take 10 minutes to kick into your body. I'm like, no, it's going to absorb immediately as soon as I take this water. It's going to fit. So that is the power of drinking this kind of water. Awesome. By the way, one tea bag can make 13 gallons with Kangen water. Just so you know. One tea bag. Are we happy now? Number 3, let me go to the next slide and then I can show you guys some awesome stuff. Next slide, please. I'm all excited now. So the human body is 75% water. It removes waste. It also, can you guys hear me okay? I know it's just translating a little bit, so can you guys hear over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to make sure you guys can hear. All right. It also helps your joints to be cushioned. So when I don't haven't drank enough water, I can feel the pains in my body. I can feel my body telling me, drink water. And so I know, because it also does all of these things to the brain, to your lungs, to your energy and everything. That's why people say, wow, I feel so much more energy when I drink this water. They say, I'm sleeping better. They say, my goodness, I haven't felt this great in years. Taryn, my digestive system is working. Why am I going to the bathroom like this? Or they had a slight headache when they first started because you were very acidic and it immediately started neutralizing you and breaking down all those toxins and flushing them out your urine. So if you're going to the bathroom, congratulations. It's now getting all the bad stuff out, so now it can produce some new stuff. Toxic waste. So in your car, your exhaust pushes all the bad stuff out. Yeah, it's flushing the toxins. Both ways, number 1 and number 2. All right, so pH. Now, have anybody else seen this in the world? This is a national, everywhere you go in the world, you see the same chart. Same colors, right? Sickness is going to be purple, it's going to be, orange, yellow, and they say neutral's the mid-green, right? But sometimes it can be deceiving because a lot of companies are putting chemicals in their waters to try to make it look green. But I'm going to show you a few things. Let's turn on this light, and I'm going to show you something amazing. Okay. Whew. We can put our attention over here. This is just pH test. I'm going to move to the back so I'm not in the front. If somebody takes pictures of me doing this, please text them to me because I never take my own pictures. So please. So make sure you're taking pictures. All right. So pH test. Here's Aquafina. Look at that. So if I take this and I judge it over there, is this healing my body?
No.
But it's bottled water. But I paid $1.50 for it. Wait a minute. Nope, not working. Let's try this one. But I bought bottled water. Isn't it better? No. By the way, if you see anything that says purified or pure water, it has dead water. It's went through reverse osmosis. That means there's no healing properties in the water whatsoever. That means that it can't give you any proper vitamins or nutrients. It's killed everything. Your body's designed because it needs some elements that are in water. It has to have them. So don't do anything that says purified or reverse osmosis. We don't want to kill everything. Check this out. It says this is blue. But when I stick my ORP meter in here, it still has a positive 250 reading. Positive is bad. We want the negative reading. Remember, negative 700. Heal the body. I'm going to show you something with that. Crystal Geyser says it's neutral, but same thing. I get a 220 reading on it. Boss, Norwegian water, I pay like $8 for this stuff at the hotel. You mean it's doing this? Wait a minute, here. Not Perrier, not the ones that like billionaires drink. You know, we don't want regular water, we want Perrier. Wait, but it's toxic. All right? Sparkling water. Check this out. Now look, soda. But I only have soda once a month, once a week. Do you know it takes how many gallons? 3 gallons of alkaline water, Kangen water, to flush 1 can of soda. Now I'm going to show you something real quick. How amazing is this? Where's my water? Did I dump something? Let me dump something. Okay. Kangen water. These are my babies. Spilling. Here we go. Still flushing. It's got this, like this killer, it's showing me all the pesticides, or I mean all the tea that's in there. Hold on. Okay. Now it's regular. All right. This is my water. Just made fresh. Where's my drops? Is there a difference? What? Purple rain.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? Woo!
Yes.
Woo! That's awesome. My water, look at this. Nothing can compare to my water. This is why I do what I do. Because I only do the best. I only walk with the best. In every pharmaceutical company, it was the best company. They always have the best products, you know?
Because you
I
love
only
the
do
margins.
quality things. If you're cheap things, you're gonna have to pay over and over. People say, well, I got a little $2,000 machine. Well, not medical grade plates. Guess what? No, it has moving parts on it. There is no standard on their company, no WQA seal. There's all these reasons why you don't go cheap, and then they say, well, I'm gonna buy it off the internet. You don't know if it's even been stolen. If you turn it in, you're gonna get confiscated. You don't know where it came from. This company